Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section, and let me know if the reading resonates with you. I hope everybody is doing great. I really do. Make sure you ring the bell when you subscribe. That way, you will be notified every time I come on. Ooh, okay, so oops, there we go. All right, I've alerted the gang. The gang should be on their way. All right, we're gonna get started soon. Where am I starting with? What am I starting with? I'm feeling tarot. But which one? Oh, yes. My tried, true, and original. All right, y'all. Let's get started. And we're going to get started with my original, very first tarot deck, the Crow Tarot. Crow Tarot, however you like to say it. I'm called to use Osho Zen tonight, so we put that aside. Yes, indeed. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know or be aware of. Whoa, that was quick. Oh, somebody luck is not doing good. And the way that flew out, I'm going to have to make this the overall energy. Somebody out of luck, running out of time, or their luck is bad. You know, what goes up must come down at some point in time, They could be looking good, but not feeling good. They could be feeling bad, but, things is just, I just feel like they got bad luck right now. What's this? Yeah, somebody's in hermit mode. What's up, Cherry? Cherry? What up, boo? Yeah, we got the hermit mode. Somebody been thinking, drinking, stanking. Oh, somebody in the previous energy, they were in hermit mode, but they're thinking about their luck. I feel like somebody's taking a deeper look at the state of their life right now. You know what I'm saying? What it looks like, how it feels. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, right? Yeah, somebody is taking a deeper look at their life. They have more introspection. Also, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So 9 times out of 10, the reason why they're in a pensive energy, more of a contemplative energy, is because of the fact that things are not going well. The Spirit said that's the overall energy. That fell out. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, Spirit said that's the truth. Ace of Swords. And also, somebody is uncovering a lot of truth in their life. I hear you. You can't unsee what you saw. So something is becoming apparent, evident about this person's life. This could be your life or a person in your life. But Spirit is saying that life is lifing for somebody right about now. Life is lifing right now. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, life is lifing for somebody right now. The Ace of Cups is in reverse, so somebody is crying. Collective, I hope this ain't you. Maybe this is your person, previous person. I don't know, but whoever this is, they crying. All right. Life is hitting them. Their emotions are raw. You know what I'm saying? This person's in tears. It could be in tears over you or just in tears over the state of their life, but in tears nonetheless. Somebody is going through it as we speak. And a spirit said they're also isolated, meaning like they don't, they're detaching from a lot of people. All right, but there's a lot of loss here, emotional loss, mental loss. Tell me more, spirit. Shut the door. Nope. One at a time, please, spirit. This deck, like, I've been waiting to talk for a long time. These cards want to fly out. Too many at once. Oh, okay. What is that? Six of Cups. Oh, somebody's dealing with nostalgia. They reminiscing over the past, crying. This person, you got somebody crying over you, or you crying over somebody. That's the end and the beginning of it. You crying over somebody, or somebody's crying over you. They're in nostalgic energy. They remember when they're in hermit mode. You live in their head rent free. They thinking about, where did I go wrong? What was I thinking? Oh man, this remind me of a video I watched. I was a little chuckle. I ain't gonna lie. I did chuckle a couple times. Let me see. I do want to play it for y'all. Let me find it. Your videos, like videos, history. All right. Let me find it. Okay, yesterday. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, okay, here we go. The one that got away. So, hey, you ain't missed much. Tell me more, spirit. Let me see. Skip. I need y'all to hear this. She gave me multiple chances. What I mean by that is, she told me what was bothering her. I ignored it. She told me I disrespected her. I ignored it. She caught me in a lie. I lied and ignored it. I just kept on ignoring everything because I felt like she would never leave me. The moment she left is when I realized I ignored everything that was bothering her, and she was giving me multiple chances before she would leave. And the moment she left, I wish I never ignored anything that she asked me to do. Can y'all hear that? She cared for me. She loved me. She asked me to change my ways multiple times. And I still continued to ignore her. And when I lost her, my life changed. It's not there no more. She was a good woman. And I know I messed up. I made the biggest mistake. Somebody has a diamond right now. And I ended up with nobody. I'm alone. So next time she gives you warnings, just know, my dude, she'll leave if you ignore her. She'll find somebody probably somebody 10 times better than you because he actually listens. I admit I fucked up. And now I have to suffer the consequences when I lost a good one. Every guy had one girl that he fumbled, bro. He fumbled so hard that they still. Did y'all hear that? Were you able to hear that? Okay, because whoever this situation is, this is what they're going through. Somebody is in deep regret. Okay, when you sitting in hermit mode, you ain't in nothing but reflections. That's usually the beginning of an awakening. Sometimes after hitting rock bottom, sometimes not, but it comes from having a loss and learning a truth that is undeniable. Okay, and then you got the where is it? Ace of Cups is in reverse, so they've been crying. Shedding real tears. Maybe tears they didn't think they were going to shed. You know what I'm saying? But shedding real tears. You missed it, Cherry. I'll replay it. Hold on. Let me bring the mic closer. Hold on. Because y'all need to hear. This is exactly what's coming out in the cards. Let me just tell y'all that too. Okay. So then you got The Ace of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords upright. You got the Hermit, right? In the past energy. So there's a lot of reflection. Six of Cups. So this is deep nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? That's the challenge and the lesson. You sitting in, this person is sitting in this nostalgic energy over you, thinking about you, missing you, wanting you, but can't have you. Also, the Nine of Coins is in reverse. So this person's in a codependent situation right now. Meaning they ain't got no money. And you know, if this person is missing you in that nostalgic energy, Ace of Cups or whatever, 9 times out of 10, you gave this person unconditional love. Money was not the issue for y'all. Money was the issue for them. Okay? Maybe they chose a money option. They chose a codependent situation over you, whatever the case may be. It's not about having money. But I feel like this person knows or feels that they have something that they need to prove. And maybe they don't feel secure enough to prove it. You get what I'm saying? Like not having it all. Now, that's when there's not enough communication for this person to know that money is not the issue in every relationship. Okay, it can be a big issue, but it's not the only issue, right? And then Wheel of Fortune. I also, if this person played with you, let me tell you, they getting karma big time. Okay, they are getting karma big time. All right, let me play this.
Chances. What I mean by that is,
she gave him multiple
chances. She told me what was bothering her. I ignored it. She told me I disrespected her. I ignored it. She caught me in a lie. I lied and ignored it. I just kept on ignoring everything because I felt like she would never leave me. The moment she left is when I realized I ignored everything that was bothering her, and she was giving me multiple chances before she would leave. And the moment she left, I wish I never ignored anything that she asked me to do. She cared for me. She loved me. She asked me to change my ways multiple times. And I still continued to ignore her. And when I lost her, my life changed. It's not there no more. She was a good woman. And I know I messed up. I made the biggest mistake. Somebody has a diamond right now. And I ended up with nobody. I'm alone. So next time she gives you warnings, just know, my dude, she'll leave if you ignore her. She'll find somebody probably somebody 10 times better than you because he actually listens. I admit I fucked up. And now I have to suffer the consequences when I lost a good one. Every guy had one girl that he fucked.
So did you hear? I hope you heard that. Good evening, Bite. So when it came to this dude, he's sitting in hermit mode, reflecting in nostalgic energy over the woman that got away because he didn't listen. He ignored her. He thought she would always be there. And he just had time to keep playing games or disrespecting her because he admitted to everything. And he's alone. You know what I'm saying? Dude was sitting in his room with those special lights on. He don't look like a young kid either. He look old enough to know better, but he didn't do better. So there's consequences to your actions. And time after time, reader after reader, elder after elder, we will all tell you that when you play with a good one, when you ignore disrespect to the point where they just done. It's not they don't love you, they just done. Like it's over, right? You don't get a chance to break their heart anymore. You don't get a chance to play with them. You don't get a chance to lie to them anymore. Anything you say and do at this point in time, will be held against you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be held against you, and they just over it. Matter of fact, they won't even hold it against you because they've accepted more than likely that that's who you are and moved on. And every dude in this particular video, what it says, men regret fumbling good women. She's the one that got away. All of them have a story about how she stood on 10. And they thought this was the game that I could play because she loves me. You know, they got love mixed up with um I don't know, being stupid. You know, and people are not stupid. Hello, Divine Roberts. Right. So, you know, when a person plays games and they don't listen, because I 9 times out of 10 there might be somebody in their life telling them don't play with nobody good, and they still did it. They still did it. And then they wonder why you walked away. You know, you saw the meme. If the coffee is cold because you left it alone, and we ain't talking about coffee. Hello. You know, and there's always a devil energy involved. And when I say a devil energy, I don't mean like in the Bible sense of devil, but a temptation, a third party, a different focus, right? This person I'm getting might have been focused on their money, but their money ain't coming up right. You know what I'm saying? They could have been in a codependent relationship with somebody thinking they was going to bring them up. You know what I'm saying? It could be all manners of things, but their luck, the way things are going for them in the current moment, Wheel of Fortune, in reverse. Same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I heard that from different people, mostly readers, but they ain't lying because when this person was up, or at least they thought they were up, you were important, and now that they're down, they all the way down because they thinking about you. They in hermit mode. You know what I'm saying? They recognizing the truth. They getting an awakening. They crying and losing. You know, their energy is flowing out of them because of the fact that Ace of Cups is in reverse. So they're not happy in their current situation at all. And then the Six of Cups is all about, you know, that nostalgic. I'm missing the past. That part. That part, Divine Roberts. You better call that divine justice. You better call it. Because that's what's happening. Like, and you know, I was, you know, I was, mm, I can't even get it out. So I was talking to somebody recently. I don't know if it was my cousin. I think it was. But I was saying that, you know, or it was you, Cherry. There's different levels in the spiritual world about how spirit don't play with you, right? Um, some people do things to a person and that person feels the need to do something back, and that's how they get their revenge, right? Then there's other times when, you know, you get angry and you pray about it and then something happens. Then there's other times where other people do stuff, they don't do anything, and spirit will handle it. I'm one of those people. Like, you should want me to get angry. You want me to be invested because that's probably the only thing that's going to save you if I get angry. Because if I take it into my own hands, I'm only gonna get but so far. But if I don't get mad no more, if I'm over it, the way your life gonna go to shit is nothing I could even imagine. That's all I could say. So it all depends. Hey, money. All depends how you are in the spiritual realm. What's up, Latina? Look at the family coming in the building. Okay. Um. Hey, Carmen. You better choose the right spoon because this the one you're gonna eat with. I know that's right. Man, listen. All right, tell me about this hermit energy this person is in, spirit. They gotta reflect. And you know, when I had to download about the devil won the round, but you run the battle, right? Because whoever this is plays a lot of games, is what I'm hearing, right? They play a lot of games. They think they're clever, they think they slick, but they keep running into brick walls. So you don't even gotta fight them. All you gotta do is walk away. You ain't gotta fight them because everything they do is gonna go against them, their own nature, their own self. Like this person self sabotages, what I heard. More spirit. Yeah, the temperance in reverse. So this person self-indulges. They don't, this person doesn't have balance in their life, right? So they overindulge, they don't have spirit, they don't also don't have discipline, right? They don't have that. It's something missing when it comes to this person. Um they don't have self-control. Oh, okay. So this person is easily tempted. That's what Spirit said. Or at least in the past energy, they were easily tempted. So whoever, if there's a third party, 9 times out of 10, that third party knows how to tempt them, right? So that devil energy that's in their life knows how to get this person's attention, knows how to pull on their lower vibrational energy. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords, Spirit. Mm-hmm. Oh, Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this person is very immature with their energy. This person, let me tell you something about this person. They wouldn't apologize to you unless they were forced to. And when I say forced to, nobody's putting a gun in anybody's head type thing. This is force meaning confronted by you. You have to, if you felt the need to say something to them, that's when that apology, and it would be a half-ass apology with the Page of Cups, would come in because they're emotionally immature. This person plays mind games, a bunch of mental games, very immature. Yeah, yes. So Divine Roberts, I don't know if this is your first time on the channel, but we talk about arrested development a lot here. We talk about how there's a lot of adults walking around and that they might be 50, like you said, 57, but be 12 years old or 5 years old or 8 years old, depending on the moment, the day, and the time where their trauma ends or where their trauma began, rather. That's where they are arrested in their emotional development. And this person is childish. Okay. They, like I said, don't expect nothing from this person, especially an apology, because again, they will not tell you the truth unless they feel cornered to do so, and even then, they're gonna leave something out. Yeah, you had the Queen of Swords, this person, because so you had the bulk. I don't know why I got to say about to say bulk. You had to back off of this person. Yes, yes, divine, divine. This your reading? Because you taking the words out of my mouth, okay? Um, we got the Nine of Swords in reverse. I'll get the Nine of Swords in reverse as you coming out of your head. You're the one not in this stressed out energy. You're not in that Six of Cups energy with them. They are. You not, because you're in your Queen of Swords. So it's like roles reverse, and that makes sense with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So maybe at one point in time they live rent free in your head, and then you decided to 86 this whole situation, and now you live rent free in their head, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you're not stressed and bothered. You're not going through the same thing after thing with this person. And this person could feel when you shifted, they shifted. It was kind of like the wheel just turned. The wheel just turned, but the wheel didn't just turn for your emotional state. The wheel turned for this person because the way they treated you, they're getting what they deserve. So if shit ain't going right for them, that's why. And they could blame it on everything else because this person probably has a strong cognitive dissonance where they don't understand the connections. They may not be the most spiritual type. You know what I'm saying? They may look at you like, yes, what you do is ha ha he he funny. Again, same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. But this person may not have understood who and what you are. But now that they have mistreated you, that's what I'm getting. And now that they mistreated you, they're feeling the full impact of that. But this is spirit, because the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is divine timing. And then Temperance in reverse. Temperance period is divine timing. Tell me more. Mm-hmm. They don't like to believe what you are because maybe it's just too foreign for them. It's not familiar. So they rather not believe it. This is the type of person that will test your gangster and test you to see if, you know what I'm saying, they can get them lies through. That you're not gonna they want to see if you as spiritual as you say you are. Only not to realize that spirit don't tells you. Spirit will tell you not to reveal everything you know until you need to do what you need to do with it. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, King of Swords. So this king, so this person could have been your counterpart. However, I'm getting is a them their way of the highway. I get very stubborn energy, right? Most what was the fixed signs of the air signs. So this is giving Aquarius energy. They're gonna do it their way, but they money funny right now. So this person is suffering losses financially because of the way they treat you, or have treated you rather. You know, and if they still are tempting to do anything to you, you know, if they got jealousy or envy or whatever, their money gonna stay plummeting. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. This person is very immature, very their way of the highway, very much so. This person is so stubborn and so spirits are they frustrating. Like, you know, right now my face all crunched up, and I'm thinking, oh damn. So this person is very frustrating to deal with. Like, um, they kind of, it's like they always have to test you. You know what I'm saying? They always gotta do it the opposite way of maybe how something should be done. They don't see that that digs them deeper. I had, you know, this is given a. It reminds me of this Aquarius friend I knew, and I couldn't talk to her directly. If I said, you shouldn't do that because the client don't want that, she would just keep doing it because she gonna do what she want to do. I had to let her know. I said, wow, why would you do that? Because that's all I got. I was like, that's interesting because that's not what they wanted, but okay. And I left it alone. She had to make her own decision. Like I couldn't talk her into anything because the more you talk to somebody that's hard headed like that, the more they're gonna do the opposite. The more they feel like they got it all. This is the type of person in this hermit mode, they'll reinvent themselves, but they really just spinning their wheels. Like they doing the same thing. So like let's just say, um, how did Monty put it? Renovation, right? This person goes within for renovation, and then they pop out. They doing something different, but they might just want a little attention. Then they come back in hermit mode months down the line, and then they pop out. They doing something different for attention. Like that kind of vibe is what I'm picking up from this person. This, what the Emperor here, I'm getting Mr. Know It All. You know, I'm not getting feminine energy. I'm getting masculine energy. Mister, I got this. I'm gonna do it my way. Kind of like what the guy said.
For some reason, you're just too cocky. Just didn't care about her, bro.
You hear this?
Treat her good. And then when she left, that's when you actually felt it. And you don't realize what you got until she's gone. Like when you had her, you just, yeah, you just link her, not treat her nice. And when she goes, you realize, like, damn, how good you had it, bro. You had it good.
He said you get cocky. This person is giving cocky. The Emperor in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, very immature. They're giving cocky energy. Like I got this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever you say. Yup. I'm listening. They don't hear a word you say because they could care less. They know what they gonna do, how they gonna do, and in their mind, you gonna be right there. And you're not. Let's go. Let's go further down the rabbit hole, y'all. Hold on.
You lay in the bed and like, it's just has the whole like looking at the scene and like, yo, I fumbled the biggest bag, bro. Like this goes perfect. I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead.
I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead.
She didn't do nothing wrong. You did everything wrong, bro. Like that's the saddest part about it. You can't blame anyone else. You have to take it and be like, yo, I fumbled that bag. I fumbled it. You know, some of you man still to this day still think about that one babe. I know you man still like you reminisce.
So I know it might. He has an accent, and I can't get it to go any louder. So you know, a lot of times people will fumble you with the assumption that they have time, especially men in their youth. Now some men grow older and they don't mature, right? So we could be talking about anybody at any age, but usually some people when they're younger they think they got time, right? They got time to fuck it up, they got time to come back, they got time to apologize, they got time. They don't have time. Not with everybody. Everybody don't have time to waste with them. And sometimes people will waste time with them and then realize they're not being valued. You know what I'm saying? They'll learn their own worth be through the pain of dealing with that person. And then they all they can do is thank that person for teaching them that lesson and move on and go find somebody that knows how to reciprocate love. Because the language of love is effort. And if this person ain't giving you no effort, ain't trying, ain't doing, ain't treating you better, walk away. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Oh, okay. Here we got next one.
She wonderful person. Smart lady.
Smart lady.
She was very in school, very motivated, very beautiful, in shape. Cooked, she clean. She cooked clean. She was smart. Family loved her. People around her loved her. She was just a very vibrant and a very wonderful individual. I really admired the way that she carried herself. She was very traditional. She covered herself up. She wasn't like some of the new age women that we see today, and no disrespect to those ladies. At that time, wasn't a bad man. I didn't have everything together. My mental wasn't right. The way that I was carrying myself wasn't together. The way I presented myself wasn't together. And I was one of those men that allowed red pill podcasts or certain content on the internet or certain things that you see on the internet talking about how men should be the women, how women should be the men, and stuff like that. I was one of those guys.
Brought up as an online. So what he was basically saying, that other guy was what she called in the middle of the live. Oh man. Okay, can y'all hear me? I need somebody to let me know if you can hear me because I just got a call. Okay. You hear me? Good, good, good. All right, yeah, because I had gotten a call in the middle of the live. So, um, I don't know why this tickled me, but I'm not in this position. Okay, so I shouldn't laugh at nobody, right? But you know, when you treat somebody bad, you know, we do have a right to snicker a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to. Folks are not trying to harm you. Okay, when you're an Earth Angel type energy, you know you're a good woman, good person in general, man or woman, and you treat people right, and they don't give that back to you. I feel like spirit, the universe will give you little glimpses of how they doing after they did you wrong, not because you want to go nana and the boo boo, it's because spirit wants you to see the karma that they got because of the way they treated you. Now, sometimes sometimes folks do not care. They do not care what happens to that person. They just move clean on, and that's it. And honestly, that's the best way. But just know, like a lot of people think, you know, the person moved on and they got better than me and this and that. 9 times out of 10, nah, that's not really what happened because a couple of these men showed it, and I noticed to be true that the grass ain't green on the other side. Okay, a lot of times men are breaking up happy homes with good people, and I mean the good people. Now everybody ain't good, but I'm talking about those that have treated them well, loved on them, not abused, didn't project on them, didn't harm them in any way. You know what I'm saying? Looked after them, considered them, and they couldn't get that consideration back. Those are the ones that end up suffering the most because they deserve it the most. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Hold on, y'all. Gotta get past the commercial.
Such high quality pieces that are all secondhand. I feel victim. I hold myself accountable. But I was one of those guys that fell victim to that bullshit, thinking that that's how relationships and that's how people should be. And that was a big reason. My attitude and the way that I looked at life. That was a big reason. My relationship had came to an end. And I'm no longer in that. And I fumbled that. And my ego was big, super arrogant, super whatever. I was just letting the wrong information get in my mind, and I end up losing a wonderful woman. If the man that I am today, if I was that man then, we would have been married, we would have had kids by now. But even though I lost that lady, even though I fumbled that woman, what I learned was after I really went through a process of working on myself, evolving, getting my mind right, becoming better, seeing what it truly means to be a man, seeing what it truly means to be a man to a woman, and seeing how a man should carry himself, how a man should operate, how a man should be. Once I done the work and I focused on becoming the best version of myself, I started to notice that the more that I evolved, the more that I started meeting women that were equal to her or that was just as great as she was and still were wonderful people, gave me wonderful experiences and things of that nature. So, fellas, a lot of times we as men, we're going to fumble a good woman, whether it's one, whether it's two, whether it's three. But what you need to know is the more that you grow, the more that you become better, the more that you start to improve, the more that you evolve in all areas of your life, you are going to come across women that are amazing and that are wonderful. Mm-hmm. And it's on you as a man to make sure that you don't f it up. It up. If you're not right up here and if you're not doing the right things. She was the love of my life. And I was too stupid to realize that I lost her because of. Hey, in this short video,
I can stand these darn commercials. Hold on, y'all.
Even make it hold your cards as well. Something so dumb I don't even remember. I never really got over. I let her go. I just let her go because I was too damn proud to tell her how I really felt about it. I'll tell you something that I wish I knew when I was your age. And I know you've heard a million times life is short, but let me tell you something. What this is teaching me is that life is goddamn short and you can't waste a minute of it.
And let me tell you something. Nothing kills an opportunity with the one you love more than fear, pride, and ego. Okay? I got Hey, what's up, Isabel? Thank you. I hope you're doing well. You know, nothing kills a relationship to the point of annihilation is a person that can't get past their own ego. This person here can't get past their ego. That's what I'm saying. That Emperor in reverse energy, that uh Page of Cups in reverse energy. That's somebody that's super immature, got arrested development. They may have been a neglected child, somebody who does not have any emotional intelligence. So they don't know how to cultivate a relationship and balance it out, right? So if this is a masculine, they don't know how to be the man in a relationship. Or they don't know how to be masculine, like take action and show up in a relationship, right? And when you have those dynamics in a relationship with a feminine energy, the feminine energy becomes drained and then realizes what the problem is. And 9 times out of 10, they start to realize that the problem is not them, it's the person that they're in with. They're in that relationship with. That person is immature. And usually when you really are emotionally invested in something, you don't you want to ignore the red flags. You see it, right? You might even call them out on it. But it's like, damn, I really care about this person. I'm gonna address the red flag. I'm gonna address the red flag, right? And sometimes on those connections, you don't put your non-negotiables up yet because you're hoping that the person is going to change and get it right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Start. analyzing and thinking about and listing for yourself what your non-negotiables are. That will raise your vibration in relationship. Similar to what the young man said, because he was basically saying, I had to learn what it meant to be a man. I had to learn how to grow up. I had to learn how to treat people better. And then once I raised my vibration, I also attracted those with a higher vibration. So somebody like her, somebody her. But then you heard the man right behind him, right? Who was an elder, who was basically telling, look like Justin Timberlake, in whatever movie that is, that he let his pride and ego get in the way. So he didn't apologize. He didn't change. He didn't do anything. He just let her walk out of his life. And now he's feeling the brunt of it because he let her go. And then a couple men, not in just this and other things I've seen, they all said, ain't nothing out there in them streets. Like when you get a good woman, you don't really want to be outside like that. When you get a good woman and recognize that you have one, you realize there is nothing better than what you have. Them streets calling you, it's calling to tempt you, calling to get in your head, calling to get in your pockets, calling to, what I'm saying? Let's come and play together. That's that devil energy. And what I was hearing, that this person is so attracted to that devil, that low vibrational energy, that they could see something happen to you on the street, and all them lower vibrational energies could pull them away from you while something happening to you. They wouldn't care. They would be so involved in all the people liking them because their ego matters more. It matters more than you. Take how it resonate. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Tuesday? Take how it resonate. Did it come today? Because it told me it was coming tomorrow. It told me that it was running late. So let me know if it came. Tell me more, spirit. And the thing, you know what? Everybody's situation is different, right? But there's some situations that the longer you wait, and that's part of what that meme was. I just found that, honestly. But the longer you let it get cold, it's like it's not the same. You can't reheat it. You can't make it better. It's just done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, cool. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Tell me more, spirit. You are welcome and happy birthday. Six of Swords. Yeah. So while this person is sitting in this purgatory type situation, because that's what it is, they are realizing that they didn't move forward in life. This person has arrested development, but they also have failure to launch. Okay. You don't know what that is, look it up. But it's really when you just can't take off. You can't get your feet feel like they in mud. You're not getting anywhere in life. Things are slower than the pace you want to go. You failure to launch, you're unsuccessful in everything you attempt because you don't finish anything, right? That's failure to launch. Did you get the bracelet too? Tell me more, sir. Tell me more. Yeah, Three of Swords. All right, so your person is at rock bottom. And whatever they're going through right now, they feel like it ain't nothing worse than what I'm dealing with now. Their heartbreak is real. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Good. Yeah, they feel like, with this Three of Swords in reverse, like it can't get no worse than this. But this is what it is. Like this person, they will never forget you. Okay. I just want y'all to know that. This person will never forget you. But if you want or expect that this person will come toward you, they're not. They're not. You might see them on the street. You might see them in a public space or event or whatever, right? But this person will not make effort. This is what Spirit is telling me. They will not make effort. Their pride and their ego is going to keep them stuck, and they will only think about you. They will not ever do what they have to do in this energy. So if they don't do what that young man says, grow up. And 9 times out of 10, even then, they may have already lost their opportunity with you, collective. But if they take the lessons for what they are, they can go on. They can. We all have chance to grow and go. But 9 times out of 10, this person will grow and go and be with somebody else and still think about you because they didn't do anything but let you walk away. Okay. Take it how it resonate, y'all. This person played games with themselves. Like Prince said, people don't play me, they play themselves, right? Because you never know what you're dealing with. And this person totally fumbled you. Devil in reverse. Yeah, that's on the Queen of Swords. So again, what the title say? The devil won the round, but you run the battle because you chose you. You Queen of Swords, this devil energy. That's why the devil energy can't penetrate you. You also know who and what this person is. You also know that they ain't worth shit if they can't. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't change. They couldn't stop fumbling. Like you knew that this person wasn't for you. So it no longer holds any power over you. It held that connection, that trauma bond you might have had with this type of person. Because 9 times out of 10, if you were ignoring red flags or forgiving red flags, probably because they had been through something and you experienced it. And you, to a certain degree, you felt some kind of way, maybe some pity, maybe some sorrow, maybe some compassion, empathy, all the things, right? Until you realize this person was using those things against you. Hi, Jasmine McLeod. People use those emotional tactics against you to hold you still, to keep you in place, right? Sometimes they blame you for why they do the things that they do. If you had done this, I wouldn't have cheated. Or if you had just blah, 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 I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. Don't you ever accept that from anybody. I'm trying to tell you, for the sake of your self love and your self worth, don't ever let somebody's choices and actions be your responsibility. Okay? This is the type of energy that will tell you that somehow, oops, sorry, y'all. Somehow, what they did to you is somehow your fault, and then you're supposed to, oh, you might be right. Maybe if I could have, this person want to put you in your head because they got insecurities. Chris said, don't let them do it. Don't try to overcompensate for somebody who's super insecure and feels like a victim because they said, because you blah, blah, blah. No, choose you every time. And when you deal with this, 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out popping on the other side, right? Because what's going to happen is that in a situation like this, and you, Queen of Swords, this individual, that's when your glow up begins. That's when you start pouring into yourself more. That's when you start realizing, oh, I can go get that degree now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can go buy that house now. You know what? I like that whip. I'm going to get that too. That's when you start realizing it's like you get uncuffed from the drama and then you can start, you know what I'm saying? You can move on with your life, you know? Mm-hmm. Hey girl, hey. I read Elephant. Yeah. So it's this is a self-love journey, y'all. Honestly. That's what it's all about. When a person breaks your heart, hurts you, it's all about transmuting that energy, that pain into self-love. Why? Because it's always a lesson in everything. And if you realize, okay, this when you reflect back, this person never gave me any consideration. It was always about them, or they never apologized to me, or they never, oh no, they never bought me a birthday gift, or They never, or they started arguments before my birthday just so they didn't have to. Like when you start to realize somebody's pattern is to always self-destruct, to harm you, to rob you of a moment, you know what I'm saying, or your peace and your happiness. Whew, it's such a liberating thought when you realize, oh, I don't have to let that happen again. That's that devil in reverse energy. I'm not bound to this situation. This he don't move me like he used to, or she don't pull on my strings and get me to act like a puppeteer anymore. Tell me more, spirit. These cards talking tonight. This is my first ever tarot deck, y'all. Cause I ain't want no people. I got me some crows. I love this deck. I hadn't touched it in a minute. Yeah. Oh, 3 of Cups. Yeah. Spirit said you this person wants a reunion with you, a reconciliation. Also, and that would be their wish fulfillment because 6 and 3 cups equal 9, right? 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, like somebody wishing. And remember, I said early they would rather you, like if they came across you, they may say something, but they won't make the effort. Right? That's where that 9 of Cups energy is about, not making effort. You know what I'm saying? Um, they would rather you do the work. Just don't fall for it. That's all I'm saying. You will know. You will know, like it's not no just one little thing they can do to change everything. You will know if a person changed or not. You listen to them. Just listen to what they say. They will tell on themselves every single time. That mask, whether it's a cruel mask or a charming mask or whatever, it never can stay up long. Trust and believe. If some of y'all need to uh spin the block again, some of y'all don't. But if some of y'all need to spin the block again, trust me, it's gonna be a real short ride with somebody who ain't changed nothing. Cause you gonna be getting off that ride halfway through the spin. Tell me more. Oh shoot, that's too many. Oh, I'm about to drop the deck. Tell me more, spirit. Knight of Swords. And Spirit said, this is the type of person that's going to come in fighting with their words. Like I said, if they run into you, if they happen to, come across you in some kind of way, they're going to have all the apologies, all the excuses, all the reasons. I was a victim. I didn't do better. I'm doing better now. You know, I'm working on myself. I'm doing all of these things. I. Yeah. So they're gonna come in, with the what they feel is the gift of gab, but what you're not gonna hear is the consideration for you. Cause remember, I told you this person's a know-it-all. They know everything, and they're very arrogant. Very, very arrogant is what I'm getting with this person. Like with the swords here, this person, I know what I did wrong. You're right. I know. But that's all they know is that they did wrong. They know, you're upset with them. They know. What they don't know is how to change it, how to fix it. Because at the core of who this person is, with this Emperor in reverse, they're not. Mama, I just gotta say it. I don't think they meant to change, y'all. I just don't. And I don't want to give nobody no false hope that this is gonna be different. Because what I'm getting is somebody is just not going to get it. Whew. Red elephant. I want you to do me a favor. And whatever you put up, just leave it up. Because when you retract them messages, it's very distracting. If you don't mind, you know, just either leave it up or think about what you want to say if you don't want it up, you know. But it can be distracting. Let's see. Um, hmm, 7 of Swords. We're dealing with a liar here, partners. Okay. That Seven of Swords, this is the type of, they come to you with that rushed, Spirit said rushed apology, but it's not really an apology. Like if they come to you like, I'm sorry, blah 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 blah, blah, it's going to come in a rush because the Knight of Swords is here, right? It's going to come in a rush, but there's not going to be honesty here. The Seven of Swords, this person is a liar, okay? So if they come in, they're coming in to convince you to whatever they want you to do, whether that's come back to be with them, to leave a situation that you're in, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, this person coming in hot with the lies, okay? Seven of Swords. Um, they broke as a joke, Nine of Coins in reverse, and they know-it-all energy with this King of Swords. At some point in time, I feel like y'all might have resonated, intellectually resonated. You being a Queen of Swords, then being a King of Swords. But if you know anything about tarot, you know that the King and the Queen of Swords are divorcees. They may have gotten along, but they ain't get along. So they didn't stay together. And this somebody they ain't necessarily, they might match your intellect, but they're not gonna match your fly. They're not gonna match your loving vibration. So this is something you would have to end. And I see that it's ending with that devil in reverse. They can't, ain't no lie that they can say that you're going to believe. Matter of fact, nothing they say out their mouth, even if they mean it, you going to believe it. That's what I'm getting. They talk a good one, but it don't be something that you want to hear. Take how it resonate. Or maybe they know what you want to hear, but it's a little too late. A lot too late, really. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this.
Trust you with my weakness. I've always
Hold on. Get back.
where you was going.
Going to regret losing you.
The woman who you put your head on her shoulder and she comforts you will be the one. And you know what sucks too? I had her and I lost her. I had her in that season of me just going with the flow. I knew where you was going, and like literally my eyes were getting red. And I said, I'm not going to cry on this man's show. I had her. She wanted it.
Daylight got her short.
Because I've never seen a vulnerable man before. I've never seen a man lead with vulnerability, lead with that level of like, I'm going to trust you with my weakness. I've always seen the great men in my life, my fathers, lead with strength, but never lead with, I'm going to rest my head on your shoulder. Because I did that one day accidentally on her, and she lifted up her hand and rubbed my head. And when she rubbed my head, I immediately jumped up. Because my manhood was like, no, she was being yours. I was like, I've never done this. Let me get up. But then when I matured, when I evolved, I was like, I'm tired of always being strong. I'm tired of always having to act like I got it together and I have every single answer. And I broke down in therapy and realized I'm not that strong. I am strong, but I ain't that strong to where I can do it all by myself. The grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, bro. Don't compare your woman or your man to some shit that you only see on Instagram, you only see on Twitter. Because you only seeing this person for a split second in a picture or in a 30-second clip. You don't know if this person got credit problems. You don't know if this person got family problems. You don't know if this person came off a kid. You don't know a lot of, bro. Stay with your woman that's with you right then and there, bro. Just always remember, I chose this woman for a reason. And if she's not executing to the level that you expected her to execute, look at yourself first. Don't look at outside your marriage and looking at other women. Look at yourself and see what you could be doing better. Somebody I looked up to told me one day, if he could rewind time back, he would have never cheated on a woman that he wanted to be with at that time. Now this man get a lot of women's attention, a lot. And he said as a young man, he couldn't control himself. Every woman that was throwing it at him that was fine, he was taking. And sometimes he would cheat on the girl that he was with, and after he done,
during commercials, y'all. Hold on.
To tell your story. He'll literally start thinking to himself, "What am I doing? Why am I doing this?" So he said he started feeling bad, and then he didn't want to talk to the girl. And then when he got home, he just felt like something was eating at him. He said over the time he wasn't getting caught, so he started getting number and number and number to the feeling. Until one day she called him up, and that one day cost him everything. The crazy part about it, he wasn't even married. He was so hurt that the decision that he made took him away from his family. He said, "Man, I messed up, man. I had a woman that was a good woman. She cooked, she cleaned, she respected me. She did everything I wanted a woman to do as a young man." He said when he was in his early 20s cheating on that young lady, that was the dumbest thing or the dumbest mistake he ever made. And it's the part that blew my mind, right? He said when she found out she was hurt, she didn't want to talk to him. He said they started talking again because they had a child together. But she quickly turned her feelings off. He said he would go to her saying that he was sorry and think that things could change, they can get back together. But every single time he said he's sorry, she says, "I know, I forgive you. I just hope you find the person that you're looking for." He said every woman that he done dealt with from that point on, the way she carried herself, the way she stood on business, and she told him while they was dating, before they had a child, "If you play with me once, you will never have a chance to play with me again." And that one time, he never got a chance to do it again. He said on the day of her wedding night, he cried because it hurt him so bad to see her walk down the aisle with a good guy. He said, "So, Lil Sean, if you ever get you a good woman and she good to you, you make sure you stay home and do everything in your power to keep that relationship going. And if she do right by you and you do right by her, it won't be hard to do it." Moral of the story is, that good woman for life is not worth losing for that good moment for the night. This was
Look, you know, everybody got their own perspectives of life, right? And on forgiveness or whatever. But I'm gonna say this collectively, life is getting a little bit more too challenging to have patience. I am. I believe that you should have short patience for bullshit. Period. Right. If somebody comes at you a sideways and you've addressed it or you let them know, like, listen, those are my, you know, my what they call it, not requirements, standards and requirements, but my non-negotiables, and they violate you through your non-negotiable, it is up to you to stand 10 toes down about your situation. It is up to you to put your foot down and keep it down and not waver because somebody wants to sway you one way or the other. In this particular reading, what I'm getting is that this is you don't want to spin the block with this, not with this energy, because this person is already shown. This is what I'm getting. They already shown that they will ignore your non-negotiables, still disrespect, still lie, because we got the Seven of Swords proving that they are very sneaky and cunning, but not sneaky enough because they still got busted, right? And they will try to talk their way back into your life with the Knight of Swords. You know, this person will know that you are a good person and there's nobody else in their life like you. And they will still fumble you because they feel like, well, if they got you, they can go get others, right? This person, again, arrogant, proud individual. And this person does not put in effort, is what I'm seeing. With the cards the way they are, this person lacks the effort to change or do something different when it comes to you. I'm not talking about their life. I'm not talking about whether they changed jobs and made more money. I'm talking about, did they become a better person when it came to your relationship? And that's what we're talking about here. And if they did not do any of that, that's what this whole reading is about. And spirit wants you to come out of your heart, You know what I'm saying? Get back into your head and make a good choice based on the red flags that you see. Like what you say, Isabel, boundaries? Well, yeah, that's what it's all about. This person more than likely taught you your boundaries. I know any person that ever did me dirty taught me my boundaries. And always in a different way because they are a different person. You know, I had people teach me boundaries. Like I had a parent playing with me when it came to finances. I had to charge them and they played with me. So now I had to adjust my rule. Like, okay, now we're not doing that anymore in that way because we didn't do it before. I bent the rule for you and then you tried to play me. Guess what? We're not doing that kind of thing. People will, all walks of life will make you change and better yourself by strengthening your boundaries, by choosing that you don't have to keep doing things the way somebody else, or you don't have to be influenced by the way somebody else did. I'll give you an example. I had a class not too long ago. Not I wasn't teaching it, but we run the class, and a parent wanted to join, and that never happened. Like, oh wow, that's cool. And they paid for the child, and then she's like, "Well, can I take it too?" I said, "I don't see why not." She filled out everything. She paid part of the money, maybe a third of it. So I was like, "You still got to pay though," and this is what the discount would be if it was like siblings or whatever. Oh, okay. They sat there in front of us and talked about their schedules, like, "Oh, I could do this," and then the next week, "Oh no, I don't want to do it," but then tried to sit down with the child and I don't know, sneak learn some more. I don't know what you're saying, but basically, I'd let them know, like, we're not doing that no more. Told my instructor, we're not doing that anymore. They tried it. Okay. Yeah, she might have gotten what she paid for, but that's not the rule. You pay for the whole thing, right? And there ain't no refund. Like, we're not playing games. And so people will make you tweak and adjust your boundaries according to how they overstep, how they talk their way in. And you try to be lax or lenient with somebody and they run a mile. So they make you feel like, okay, guess what? The next parent or the next person that say, I want to do it that way and want to pay. No, you can't do it till you got it. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got to choose you and you got to stand on 10. This person here, I don't know. They deserve the tears that they getting. Okay. They deserve to sit, in that contemplative energy and think about you. They deserve the mental prison they might have put themselves in because they chose to play games. But Spirit says this person might be in regret, but they have not changed. So whatever they're going through, it ain't enough for them to be different and to their core. So, you might think, oh, okay, well, they suffer a little bit. You might have heard of something. They suffer a little bit. This person ain't suffer enough. They ain't hit rock bottom. They just a little butt hurt because they don't have access to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they still willing to lie. All right. Let's get some Oshos in because I was called to pull that out. Spirit, give me some Oshos in on this. Tell me. Like, share, and subscribe. I can't make it up. Aloneness. This person is alone. They're in a hermit mode, but they are alone. This also I'm hearing not just alone, but they feel lonely and isolated without you. I don't know who they're with, meaning they could be with other people, but they're with other people feeling alone. They don't resonate with where they are, who they're with. But this person, again, going back to this Emperor reverse, is still stubborn. So they are alone. They need to be. They need to be alone until they come out of it different. For whomever they need to be different for themselves and whoever they meet. Tell me more, Spirit. Damn, this is Temperance energy, integration. So now cards are repeating. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Oops. Nope, that's too many. One at a time, please, Spirit. Oh, God. Oh, we got the Ace of Cups fell. So the Ace of Cups, once again, this person is completely in their emotions right now. Like right now. So whoever we talking about right now, they shed tears. They're completely in their emotions about you, about what they have done to you, about what they're doing to themselves and their pride and ego. I feel like they just don't know how to fix it. They just don't know. They don't know how to change. But this is also somebody not in their vulnerable energy, so they may not know who to ask. Like, see, these young men are talking about there are elders. Matter of fact, you heard the elder telling what I was telling y'all, Justin Timberlake. It takes maybe an elder to get through to this person. That I feel like this person don't listen to nobody though, because they're the emperor in reverse. They know it all. They the king of swords. They got it all together. They don't need to ask nobody nothing. This is my pain. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about vulnerability. But again, remember, I told you this person may have been neglected as a child because they do not have that emotional intelligence. They don't have this vulnerability. And if they told somebody, it's just now starting to seep through because it ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. Some seeping through the fact that they crying because the Ace of Cups is here reversed. But it's just not fully realized. This person will still lie, still try you. Like their core habits have not shifted yet. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their primal instincts are, they still run on that. Come on, Spirit. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. And thank you for coming. Nothingness. Ain't nothing coming from this. No effort, no nothing. So if you walked away from this situation or they walked away and you let them go, you let the devil win that particular round, but you won the battle because you let them go. You know what I'm saying? Some people think they discarded you, not realizing you didn't chase after them. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You realize letting them go was the best thing to do. I mean, damn, why is cars flying tonight? Hold on, y'all. Projection, 7 of Cups energy. This person got to face their demons and their shadows, and you are giving them what they gave you, whatever that was. So if there was time, attention missing, you are now missing with the time and attention. You're not focused on this individual anymore. You showing them what it looked like. When you walk around, you hurt somebody, you showing them, and this is not an intentional punishment, but walking away from somebody, it does punish them because it shows them that they don't get access to you. That's like a spiritual pow in some ways because all right, you want da 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 da, I gotta take it away. You know how you take the child's favorite toy? You gotta take it away. You can't have it and be disrespectful. You can't have it and be out there lying, cheating, whatever. You can't have it. You put my life in jeopardy. That's what I'm hearing. You put my life in jeopardy. You can't have it. You can't have my life, my energy, my time. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. One at a time, please. There you go. This is how your person feeling right now. Five of coins. Like an outsider. Like a spoiled brat that can't have their way. So now they outside in the cold. Not only are they outside in the cold, but Spirit said they broke as a joke. So, interestingly enough, you show up as the Queen of Swords. But I don't know what their distraction is, but they got one. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a hard head, make a soft ass with this person. This person played and played and played until they played themselves out. They on the outside looking in. Spirit said they stalk and obsess and watch and think about you. So they outside looking in, wonder what you doing, wonder how you getting it, how you doing it, and they can't come through. Spirit said they're not allowed. The gate is locked shut. Okay? If you didn't know, as you can see, the gate is locked shut. No entrada. Okay, they don't get to come in. All right, bottom of the deck. Yeah, and I keep getting the Knight of Swords again. You know, when this person come to you, they got a lot of lies to tell you, trying to get your attention. Spirit said, but the best thing for you to do is walk away and let them go. Just walk away. You know what I'm saying? If you've purged and cried your last cry, then good. Good for you. I also got the Seven of Swords in this deck. And I'm not looking without shuffling. The Seven of Swords is the Seven of Swords. This person is in snake-like energy. This is their energy. They can't blame nobody else. This is their energy. This is what they rest in. They wear a mask. This person will try to charm you. All the while, they in the background slithering. They still ain't nothing different than whatever the last time y'all talked, seen each other, or whatever. So if there's been a week, a day, a month, a year, or 2, or 3, or 4, whatever, how long it's been, this person ain't hit rock bottom yet. Spirit said this the year they gonna do it though, because they finally are aware of who they are. Maybe they didn't know. They starting to become aware of who and what they are. And this has got them in tears too, because they can't have you, and whatever else they want is not working out. It's crumbling. Take that how it resonates. So okay, here. Let's play a little bit more and then we done.
They'll warn them before destruction. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of men learn how to appreciate a woman. Just watching her go be happy with somebody else. We didn't feel like she was going nowhere. We felt like, hey, I can do whatever I want to do. She gonna be here. She may get mad. She may argue. She may storm out, but she gonna come back, and we gonna pick up where we left off. And all that's fine and good until that one day that she say, you know what, it's over with it. Come go home, and you can't get an argument out of it. You can't get a emotional reaction out of it. It's just complete indifference. It's complete laser focus on me being out of here. You all at the job on bended knee with flowers and all that when you had the chance to show that woman how much she meant to you. You had the chance to prioritize that woman. You had the chance to take her on that one date that she been asking you to take her on for 4 months. You had the chance. You chose not to do it. And now you on the voice notes crying. Don't be on the voice note crying now. You had the chance. I've been in a situation. I've had a great woman. I effed it up. You in a situation. You don't realize how good that situation is. But now when you remove from that situation, you're like, damn, man, I really messed this up. So it's been officially 20 months now since I lost who I thought was the love of my life.
He got it down to 20 months.
Ironically, today's her birthday. I didn't want to remember that, but unfortunately I do. And anything you can possibly think of, such as pour into yourself, read books, journal, meditate, therapy. I've done pretty much all of that. And it still doesn't change the fact that it did hurt one day. And oftentimes after a breakup, we don't talk about the fact that not only are we mourning the loss of a person, but we're also mourning the loss of a future that we created with that person that we never get to travel to. So I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that you're not alone, because I know how it feels. Not only to lose the person who you thought was the love of your life, but to also lose a future that you might not ever get to travel to with that person. So I'm not saying that I'm not happy with where I am. I'm so grateful for how far I've come with loving myself. But I'm still missing the fact that there was a future that I envisioned where I would be. going through that breakup, I've done crazy things, man. I drove around wishing she would call me so I can roll up to her house. I pass by sometimes wishing that I can get her back, but I can't. I lost her. I start looking at her social media. I start looking at her Facebook, her posts. I don't want to lose her, but I already did. But yet I sit there in the dark and I cry alone, hoping she's going to call me back. Weeks pass, months. She's gone. She may have found somebody else, and now I'm overthinking at night. I'm crying, but there are no tears. I'm in pain, but I also feel numb as well. Love.
Can you hear now? I don't know what this thing was doing. Can you hear me now? Can you? Let me know. Okay. I'm gonna finish up with her and then we out. Let me just pause her back a little bit.
To build a life with you, and you fumble her or you cheat on her or you don't appreciate her, and then you lose her. Let's say you break up with her, she breaks up with you. I've just never seen men come back from that. Like when they get that blessing and they like lose it, God takes a while to bless them again, because a lot of times a lot of men don't understand that that favor that you're getting on your life is because you have a good woman next to you, either praying for you, pushing for you, working with you, making sure that they're grinding with you, seeing where you're failing so they can come in and try to help you out. But when you lose that woman or you push them to the point where they no longer even want to try anymore, the comeback is hard. Like it's really hard for you to come back from that. And I haven't seen many men like fumble good women and come back from it fast. Like I've seen it take years, months, where it's like their quality of life was one way with this woman, and they were living this life, they were living this great life where they're making the money they love, they're dressed for success, they look amazing, they feel amazing, they start feeling themselves, they start feeling like like they don't need that woman, they need to get a better woman, they need somebody that looks better, they need somebody that does more, and then they end up fumbling the gift that God gave them, and then they think, oh, I just got to get her back on my grind. No, you lost your favor. because your favor was with the person that you were with, that was praying for you, that was fighting for you, and then you messed with that person's heart, or you broke their heart, or you broke their trust, and now you need to go learn that lesson. So you have to go change. You have to go get better before God can bless you with another blessing like that. He has to see that you can handle it, because the first time He blessed you, you lost it. So I would really, really encourage people to really think about that. Like, you guys can say it in the comments. Like, have you ever seen a man like lose a really good woman, like somebody that was really rooting for them, and they come back from it fast?
Things that made me wisen up about being out in the streets too long, right? You start talking to dudes that's in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s about their regrets. And what you hear them all say, and I'm speaking for the ones that don't have a wife in those ages, they wish when they were in their 20s and their 30s that they stopped playing games. Yeah. That's the main regret that all of them have. They don't bring up money, they don't bring up time, they bring up the fact that, like, I have wasted my life on insignificant relationships. Right. And I wish right now I had a partner with me because it was fun back then and I didn't have no wisdom of what's to come. And I realize now a partner would have made my life so much better, man, so much more rewarding. And that's just the plight of.
That's just the power of a good woman. It don't matter what role she play in your life. If she is good to you, praying for you, cheering you on, supportive, nurturing, loving, kind, and you fumble that, you definitely fumble your blessings. This person here has fumbled their blessings. They think they got the gift to gab to get it back. Spirit said you are over that. Their hooks are not in you anymore. They want to get their hooks in you, but they can't. Spirit said they're not allowed. You know, um, I would say don't take this back. If this is you, you know, this person got a lot more growing to do. They ain't take that wisdom of the lessons haven't take root in this person right now. They going through it. They're experiencing, but they ain't learned nothing yet. They got a long way to go. Is what I'm getting. So y'all take that how it resonate. That's the reading. You know what I'm saying? Be careful out there. Make sure you strong on your boundaries and your non-negotiables, so you don't get nobody coming in your energy anytime they see you playing with you, because then over there contemplating how they can get back in. I appreciate y'all, and I will bid y'all adieu. Have a good. Oh, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for live donation readings if you like a personal reading. Um, yeah, join me tomorrow 9:30. Peace.